But in the advent of the closure of David Whitehead, there is another giant that has come up, that is Pixton PLS mine, which is the largest gold reserve in the whole of Africa, and employing more than 500 people. We also have Agro Value Chain, which is former Cargill, employing over 500 people. And we also have a plethora of gold mines that is more than 40 gold mines in Chegutu West constituency, and those employ more than 500,000 artisanal miners, and these come from various places, that is Shurugwe, Bulawayo, Gwanda, Harare, Mutare, and such like, because these are nomads and these are people of no fixed abode, but who have made the economy of Chegutu tick. Chegutu is got more than 10 schools divided into maybe 5 secondary and 5 primary, and Chegutu has a population that is in need of housing. It has a backlog of 25,000 households. It actually has 20,000 households, and the infrastructure of Chegutu was built for 4,000 households, whereas it is now carrying more than 20,000, 35,000 houses. So there is a deficit in terms of water and sewer reticulation and housing infrastructure. And you will find that insofar as it relates to water and sewer reticulation, we have a capacity of treating 10 megaliters of water, whereas we require 22 megaliters of water in Chegutu West constituency. Because of deplorable, dilapidated, disused, perforated and old and antiquated pieces of infrastructure, in particular the pipes, the water pipes. What gets to the electorate is 3 megaliters. So we have a deficit in essence of about 19 megaliters. We are supposed to be getting 22 megaliters. So there is a way of treating that gap or that lacuna. It is to create another separate, big, humongous, gigantic treatment plant, water treatment plant, which can treat about 22 megaliters, because we are busy laying pipes using devolution funds. But that is it may, we are still behind in terms of water provision. And water is life, and water is a right. It is a human right. It's enshrined in Chapter 4 of the Bill of Rights in the Constitution. So it cannot be ignored in totality. So we definitely need to augment and complement our health infrastructure. We have about 29 clinics, hospitals and clinics in Chegutu, which include amongst them rural health care centers. But the biggest healthcare institution is Chegutu District Hospital, which covers Norton, it covers Chegutu East, it covers Chegutu West constituency, and it also covers Mondoro Mbaira. It used to cater for 20,000 people in these 4 constituencies, but the population has grown to more than 380,000. So there is need to revitalize, rejuvenate, recapacitate, reconstruct and maintain the existing healthcare delivery institution in the form and mold of Chegutu District Hospital under the District Medical Officer, Dr. Nende. We have more than 4 doctors, including Dr. Shava and other doctors in that Chegutu District Hospital. What is required is to extend and to actually build a totally new Chegutu District Hospital to cater for the people that I've spoken to and about. And we have our road network is also falling behind. The total network in terms of the national statistics needs 20 billion US dollars in order to rejuvenate it and reconstruct it, to both periodic maintain it and to also maintain it when it is supposed to be maintained in the manner that the Roads Act allows it to be maintained. So His Excellency, the President, Comrade Didi Mnangagwa, in the Second Republic, has embarked on a four-phased approach in terms of emergency road rehabilitation program. That, amalgamated with devolution funds, is going to spruce up our road network, which has passed its sell-by date of 25 years. So we certainly should be complementing the efforts of the Second Republic insofar as it relates to infrastructure development. As it relates to the issue of rain-fed agriculture in this area called Chegutu West constituency, we have more than 7 water bodies that include Mfure River, Mfure Dam, that is in the form of Pool Dam, Clifton Dam, Surisuri River and Surisuri Dam, Bexley, Masterpiece, John Binya, that is more than 7 water bodies. And Chegutu water is the safest water south of the Sahara. We actually just use 2 chemicals maximum to treat our water, whereas in places like Harare they use more than 7 chemicals to make sure that they clean their water. We have 8 clarifiers and we have 6 sedimenters in Chegutu water reticulation system. So the reason I talk about these dams, there is need to optimally and efficiently and effectively use these water bodies in order to avoid and completely annihilate the scourge of disaster when the rain does not fall down. The issue of using rain-fed agriculture is both moribund, rudimentary, antiquated and medieval in my language, in that we have a place that is called Mississippi Desert in the United States, where water was drawn from 1,500 miles away, whereas all the water bodies that I spoke to and about are within reach. If at all, they are 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. The furthest is 25 kilometers away from the pith, the center, the fulcrum of this place we call Chegutu West constituency. So it would boggle the mind why we would want to continue to depend on rain-fed agriculture. This place is predominantly an agricultural place. It is a citrus place, and it is also a place where we breed eggs for sale. The place that breeds eggs is called Stewart Eggs, and we also Stewart Chicks and Stewart Eggs. We also have Waterfall that breeds eggs for both export and for sale. We have Dodale that breeds citrus for both local consumption and export. So this is where we get our foreign currency from. We actually also have a situation where we have agro value chain that is producing more than 2 million liters of crude oil, and it then is refined in Harare under the banner of Zim-Gold cooking oil. So this is what we are endowed with. We are endowed with a ubiquitous amount of mineral wealth. Here I've just spoken about the issue of gold mines, but there is chrome, there is platinum under Zimplats, and Zimplats is the second largest platinum producer in the whole of Africa, and indeed the largest producer in the southern hemisphere or in south of the Sahara. So this is exactly what we are endowed with in terms of mineral resources. So having said that, that is the summation or the summary of who we are as Chegutarians. Chegutu has 15 wards, and now we are going for a by-election. So we have a by-election in Ward 2, we have a by-election in Ward 10, we have a by-election in Ward 9. Ward 9 was under the late Deputy Mayor Vashumba, and it was under MDC. Now we also have Ward 11, which was under Councillor Goodlande, which was under MDC. It's also going for a by-election, and we are going to annihilate the enemy second to none. Chavarova seri nekuseri sengoma yezion. We've got Ward 12 under Councillor Mahano, is MDC, and we have Ward 24 under Councillor Rosie Matambo. She's a war veteran and also a war collaborator in Ward 24. It's one of our rural wards. We have Ward 25 under Neva Moyo, is ZANU-PF, and we have Ward 28, which has the chairperson of the Chegutu Rural District Council, that is Tatenda Gwinji. He is the youngest chairperson in the whole of Zimbabwe in the rural district councils at the age of 24. So these are the wards that we have, 15 of them, and at some point we had 12 under MDC, and we had 3 under ZANU-PF. So we are going into the 26th of March elections, where in the urban municipality we have 3 councillors in ZANU-PF, and we want to retain those and also get back Rachel from the MDC, the 4 other councils, so that we can have 7, and we can have an assailable lead if we have 7 councillors in the chambers, and we can make resolutions that speak to the rejuvenation of the water and sewer reticulation, speak to the issue of the housing deficit, and making sure that we have our housing being efficient, effective, optimum, and enough for our electorate. And then we also want to rehabilitate our road network to complement what His Excellency is doing. But it all borders around the issue of getting back our council seats and our council wards in the urban society. So if we have 7, the opposition is going to have 5. So we are going to have a majority second to none, and we are going to call the tune, and we are going to run the affairs of Chegutu municipality if we win these elections. So in a nutshell, this is what Chegutu is all about. I've spoken about the population that we have, and in the next period I'm going to be talking about the economic rejuvenation of the giant, former sleeping giant of Chegutu West constituency. For a very long time we have had the stewardship of MDC running the affairs of Chegutu West constituency. For 20 years or 4 terms, it has been in the hands of the opposition, and we only as ZANU-PF took over in 2013, and we have run for 2 terms to 2023. We again retained the seat in 2018. So we definitely are going to make sure that we make Chegutu, which is a center and epicenter of everywhere. Really, when somebody wants to go to Gweru, they come through Chegutu. When they want to go to Shurugwi from Chinoi, they come through Chegutu. When they want to go to Bay Bridge from Chirundu, they come through Chegutu, and you cut short the distance to Bait Bridge from Chirundu by 293 kilometers if you come through Chegutu. So Chegutu is a center of everywhere, and here is an opportunity to make sure we awaken the long sleeping textile industry of Chegutu. David Whitehead, which has undergone 4 judiciary management systems since the time of Cyril Madondo Doctor and Militara, and now Ofisi, and it has gone through final judiciary management. It is time to awaken the sleeping giant so that the textile industry that used to revolve around Chegutu can be a giant again in the textile industry.
Hondo, hakuna noti. Hondo, hakuna noti. Noti msango, simu za kumbu